Lyndon resident found dead in Linden home. Brian Hermanstein, 25, was found dead at his home on Vismar Hill, Linden, on Tuesday afternoon. Reports indicate that Hermanstein, who was recently freed from prison, may have died by suicide. His body was discovered around 1700 hours HRS, and an autopsy will be conducted to confirm the cause of death. In May 2024, Hermanstein and his brother, Eldon Hermanstein, were acquitted of manslaughter charges in connection with the 2022 death of Alec Alexander, a 55-year-old boat captain. The brothers had been accused of pushing Alexander overboard approximately 40 feet from the Vismar shore in Linden on November 19, 2022. Alexander's body was found the following day. Brian Hermanstein's passing has sparked concerns among community members, who express both shock and sympathy. Investigations are ongoing as authorities await further information from the upcoming autopsy. Landlord reports theft of furniture by tenants in West Coast Berbice. Kaituma News. A 66-year-old landlord, Freddie Prasad, has reported a theft incident to the Blairmount police station involving two tenants who allegedly left his rental property with all of his furniture and 2 months unpaid rent. The tenants, a man and his common-law wife, reportedly vacated Prasad's furnished home on October 27, 2024, under discreet circumstances. Mr. Prasad, who resides in the same yard as the rental property, noticed the tenant's absence only when he saw the open door and discovered the property nearly empty. According to Mr. Prasad, the tenants had taken nearly all the furniture, leaving behind damaged items. The property, rented for $25,000 per month, was allegedly left with broken furniture and other visible damage. Attempts to contact the tenants were unsuccessful, as Mr. Prasad discovered he had been blocked on all communication channels. It was later revealed by community members that the tenants may have similarly taken items from previous rental homes. The Blairmount police are conducting investigations, and Mr. Prasad is urging anyone with information about the tenants' whereabouts to contact local authorities. President Irfaan Ali congratulates U.S. President-elect Donald Trump on election victory. President Irfaan Ali has extended warm congratulations to U.S. President-elect Donald Trump on his victory in Tuesday's presidential election. In a statement issued earlier today, President Ali expressed Guyana's enthusiasm to work closely with the incoming administration to deepen the long-standing and robust relationship between the two countries. On behalf of the government and people of Guyana, I extend heartfelt congratulations to President-elect Donald Trump on his victory in Tuesday's election in the United States. Guyana looks forward to working closely with the incoming administration to further strengthen the already robust ties between our two nations, said President Ali. President Ali highlighted the importance of continued collaboration between Guyana and the United States on a range of issues, including economic development, security, climate resilience, and regional stability. He expressed confidence that this partnership will continue to thrive under the new U.S. leadership. Road rage driver arrested following viral incident. In response to a recent social media post by Action News Guyana, dated November 5, 2024, and titled, "Driver Pulls Cutlass on Another Driver, Road Rage Episode," the Guyana Police Force confirms that the driver involved in the incident has been apprehended. The individual, identified as Leon Michael David of Westminster, West Bank Demerara, is currently in custody at La Grange Police Station, West Coast Demerara. David is assisting law enforcement with the ongoing investigation into the road rage incident, which captured significant public attention on social media. The Guyana Police Force reiterates its commitment to upholding public safety and urges citizens to exercise caution and patience on the road. Aggressive or violent behavior endangers all road users and will be met with prompt and appropriate action. Further updates will be provided as the investigation progresses. Man stabbed by drinking companion after dispute over alcohol. Kaituma News. A 28-year-old Kwakwani man, Lancelot Captain, was left in serious condition after being stabbed multiple times by a drinking companion following an argument over alcohol. The incident took place on Saturday, November 2nd, at approximately 1 p.m. at the Kwakwani Ball Field in Region 10. Police have identified the suspect as Orlando Towler, who was taken into custody shortly after the altercation and was scheduled to appear in court. During their gathering, Captain reportedly began consuming more of the group's high wine, leading Towler to pick up his own drink. The tension escalated into a heated argument, during which Towler allegedly armed himself with a knife, pursued Captain, and inflicted 10 stab wounds on him. Captain was immediately transported to the Kwakwani Hospital complex for urgent treatment before being transferred to the Linden Hospital, where he is reported to be in serious but stable condition. The police investigation is ongoing, and Towler is expected to face formal charges as details unfold. Woman demands answers after husband found dead at Port Kaituma. Qaeda News. 31-year-old Darshini Mahaz is pleading for answers and justice after her husband, 39-year-old Samuel Sugram, was found dead on a trail at 8 miles, Port Kaituma in Region 1. Sugram, who had traveled to the area 6 weeks ago for gold mining work, was discovered deceased on November 2, 2024, under mysterious circumstances. His body was in an advanced state of decomposition and was buried shortly after its discovery. Mahaz described her husband as a dedicated worker who was the main provider for their family. She shared that the couple spoke daily by phone, with their last conversation occurring on Thursday, shortly before she received the tragic news. "He was the breadwinner for our home. I don't know what I will do now," Mahaz said. "We want justice for him because he can't go down just like that." An autopsy conducted on Sugram's body has so far yielded inconclusive results, with the cause of death officially recorded as undetermined. Mahaz and her family are calling on authorities to investigate the circumstances surrounding his death more thoroughly, as they suspect foul play may have been involved. Efforts to obtain additional comments from law enforcement officials, including Crime Chief Wendell Blanham and Region 1 Commander Krisha Ramana, have been met with limited response. Commander Ramana indicated that a report would be forthcoming. The family is now urging the authorities to expedite the investigation to uncover the truth behind Sugram's death and bring any responsible parties to justice. Mother calls for stricter school safety measures after brutal attack on 13-year-old daughter. Newsroom. Shonette Demille, a mother of 6 who recently returned to Guyana from Venezuela, is urging the government and education authorities to implement stricter safety measures in schools after a 13-year-old daughter was brutally attacked by 2 other students. The incident, captured on video, occurred last Thursday at Linden Foundation Secondary School and shows the young girl being assaulted while bystanders cheered and recorded the attack. Demille shared that both of her daughters, who attend Linden Foundation, have faced ongoing bullying, which she believes is linked to their Venezuelan heritage. Her daughter sustained severe bruising, head trauma, and other injuries that left her unable to walk properly and vomiting blood. The assault has left the young girl traumatized and fearful of returning to school. "My children go to school to learn and avoid trouble. I tell them to focus on their education, not to fight or provoke anyone," Demille stated. However, she now feels the need for urgent reforms to protect her children and others from similar experiences. In response, Demille has suggested the following school safety measures. Mandatory bag checks. Inspect students' bags at the gate each morning to prevent any harmful items from being brought onto school grounds. Restricted access to school compound. Limit entry to authorized guardians and parents only to enhance security. Better supervision and swift disciplinary actions. Ensure that staff members actively monitor student behavior and respond to any incidents immediately. Demille has reported the incident to local police and welfare authorities. The students responsible have been suspended, but Demille hopes this incident will prompt long-term solutions to safeguard all students, particularly those of Venezuelan descent, who she fears are being targeted due to their nationality. The community has expressed support for Demille's call for change, with many urging the Ministry of Education to enhance anti-bullying programs, improve security, and provide additional support to students who may be facing discrimination. Attorney General urges immediate action on backlog of appeal cases in Guyana. Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Anil Nandlal is calling for swift action to address the backlog of appeal cases at the Guyana Court of Appeal. Speaking on his weekly program, Issues in the News, the Attorney General highlighted that while the High Court has made strides in managing its caseload, delays in the Court of Appeal are creating significant obstacles for litigants. "We have now developed an unfortunate bottleneck or backlog at the level of the Court of Appeal," AG Nandlal noted. "People are dying, people are migrating, their properties are deteriorating, and the appeals are not coming up for hearing, so that is something that we have to address very urgently. With only 3 sitting judges, the Court of Appeal faces capacity challenges that may explain the delays but do not justify the growing backlog," he added. The Judicial Service Commission is actively working to fill these judicial vacancies, a move the Attorney General hopes will bring greater speed to case resolutions. AG Nandlal also expressed concern regarding the rate at which decisions from Guyana's appeal court are being overturned by the Caribbean Court of Justice, CCJ, the country's highest appellate court. "In certain types of cases, there is a 100% reversal rate," he said, noting his responsibility to address such issues in his role overseeing justice in Guyana. The latest CCJ ruling overturned a decision that had deemed 2 parliamentary secretaries, Sarah Brown and Vikash Ramkissoon, unlawfully appointed a decision previously upheld by the local Court of Appeal. This backlog and the frequency of overturned rulings underscore the urgency of judicial reforms to support a more efficient and dependable legal process in Guyana. Ramesh Ramdeen pleads guilty to manslaughter in 2019 killing of fisherman Noel Singh. Big Smith News Watch. Ramesh Ramdeen, 25, known as Braffy and a resident of Meetenmeerzorg, West Coast Demerara, has pleaded guilty to manslaughter in the tragic 2019 killing of 19-year-old fisherman Noel Singh. The plea was entered in the Demerara High Court before Justice Joe and Barlow, reducing his original murder charge to manslaughter. The sentencing of Ramdeen is scheduled for November 21, 2024. The incident, which occurred on October 20, 2019, began as a confrontation outside Singh's home in Meetenmeerzorg, where Ramdeen launched a violent assault on Singh. Reports indicate that Ramdeen stabbed Singh multiple times, delivering a fatal wound to his chest. Following the attack, witnesses saw Ramdeen push Singh into a gutter, where he was later found by bystanders who promptly sought emergency assistance. Unfortunately, Singh succumbed to his injuries before help could arrive. An autopsy confirmed Singh's death resulted from a punctured heart caused by the stabbing. Ramdeen was apprehended 2 days after the attack during a manhunt by authorities, who located him in Parika, East Bank, Essequibo. The plea agreement brings a significant step towards closure for Singh's family, who have awaited justice for almost 5 years. Attorney Kiswana Jefford represented Ramdeen, while state prosecutors Pranita Siraj, Mikhail Puran, and Rabina Christmas led the case for the state. 2020 elections fraud case restarts before Chief Magistrate McGusty. The long-delayed 2020 elections fraud case resumed today in the Georgetown Magistrates Court before Chief Magistrate Faith McGusty for a case management hearing. The session addressed procedural matters, with the case scheduled to reconvene on December 9th, when further decisions are expected to be made. The Chief Magistrate will determine whether the case will proceed as a summary trial or as an indictable offense. This decision will guide whether a preliminary inquiry will be conducted or if the trial will move directly to be heard by a magistrate. To assist in this determination, both the defense and prosecution have been requested to submit written arguments by November 29th. Initially, the trial began on July 29th before Senior Magistrate Laron Daly and was scheduled to continue through September 13th. However, due to Magistrate Daly's prolonged medical leave, the case encountered multiple delays, leading to its transfer to Chief Magistrate McGusty on November 1st. Those facing charges include former Returning Officer for Region 4, Claremont Mingo, former Chief Elections Officer, CEO, Keith Lowenfield, his former deputy, Roxanne Myers, former People's National Congress/Reform, PNCR, Chairperson Volda Lawrence, PNCR activist Carol Smith-Joseph, and several employees of the Guyana Elections Commission, Jeacom Sheffern February, Enrique Levon, Michelle Miller, and Denise Babb Cummings. The December 9th hearing will provide further clarity on the trajectory of the case as both parties continue to prepare their arguments. Female pedestrian survives serious road accident at Grove, East Bank, Demerara. A 15-year-old female pedestrian was hospitalized in serious but stable condition following a collision with a motor lorry this morning at around 9:20 HRS at the junction of Grove Public Road and Caneville/Samata Point Main Access Road, East Bank, Demerara. The accident involved motor lorry #GXX1162, driven by a 42-year-old male. Inquiries revealed that the lorry, traveling south in traffic on the eastern lane of Grove Public Road, stopped briefly behind another lorry, allowing vehicles to cross from the access road. As traffic resumed, the young pedestrian attempted to cross the road in front of the lorry and was struck by its left side, resulting in her ending up underneath the vehicle. Public-spirited citizens promptly assisted, helping to remove the injured pedestrian from beneath the lorry. She was transported by ambulance to the Diamond Diagnostic Center and subsequently referred to Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation, GPHC, where she underwent emergency surgery on her hip. She is now hospitalized with a hip fracture and other injuries in serious but stable condition. The driver of the lorry was subjected to a breathalyzer test, which returned negative for alcohol. He was arrested and is currently in custody at Grove Police Station, and the vehicle has been lodged for examination by a license and certifying officer. Authorities commend the prompt response by members of the public and emergency medical personnel. Further investigations are underway.